Trying to get the skin of your dream for a long time but can't get it in any way? On our website, you have a unique opportunity to get your favorite knife. Users on our site can hand out skins themselves, and participants need to fulfill some simple conditions. For example, watch a video or buy a case on our website.
After that, you automatically become a member of the distribution. Go to the user giveaways tab and do what you like. Hellcase.
Do you have any unnecessary skins or want to sell them? Try SkinPlace. Visit the website, select the skins you want to use. Easily fill your Steam trade link. Make sure we offer good prices and choose a payment method. Hit the button and boom! Instant cash. Safety. Low commissions. Instant payouts. SkinPlace.
What's a super stream game? It's an extension that provides a valuable and engaging game within the stream you are watching. Join an active community and test your knowledge in a live race against expert chasers by answering trivia, prediction, and recall questions tailored to the content you are watching.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the second round of the Swiss stage. We've gone through those first rounds, we've seen teams lose, and we've seen teams win. Now, we're starting off it'll be the third day of the 5th European Series, and we're going into the 0 and 1 bracket, seeing if teams can bounce back after their unfortunate first loss. But as always, my name is Freddy Orgamirana. We've been taking you through the majority of these early morning games, and we're going to be continuing to doing them. And on my left, I'm pretty sure it would be, I've got B-Dog. Brandon, how are you doing today, bro?
Honestly, I'm pretty knackered, but I'm here for the Counter-Strike. I'm here for the vibes. I'm excited to be here. Let's take a look at that tournament format. Let's kind of keep you up to date of where we are currently and where we're going. Of course, group stage, 3rd of June to the 11th of June, and then the playoffs, June 13th to June 16th. We just smashed through these European series, it seems, and in the space of around about 2 weeks, 17 days, give or take, immediately we're through another one. I mean, this is going so fast, Freddy. Like, I'm struggling to keep up with it, but we've got the schedule for today. Ruby versus Rare Atom, that's a fun one, and then Illumina versus Aurora Youngblood. We saw Aurora Youngblood yesterday. They looked okay against Mouse NXT. I'm excited to see what they can do against Illumina.
Yeah, and then Eyeballers and Sinister ran out the day with Gun 5 and Cyber Shock. I'm pretty sure those are the 1-0 games, if I'm not mistaken. Or are they 1-0? Did Gun... Oh no, Gun 5 lost, didn't they? Sorry. I was looking at Gun 5 and I was like, oh... they're, you know, our reigning champions, they're probably 1-0. No, Cybershock lost to Permitter in a pretty dominant 2-0 fashion, so every single game today we've got those 0-1 brackets, and so whoever comes away from losing today, that's when the intensity starts to ramp up a little bit, because you're in a position where you have to win 3 games in a row flawlessly if you want to be making it through to playoffs. You can see the scores on the board. Some interesting ones, having like Harvu in the 1-0 bracket. They actually beat Ruby out 2-0. It was pretty close. It was 13-11s on both maps, but it was just that kind of surprise, right? That like Harvu, I haven't really seen much from them, and they were putting up a pretty good show against Ruby, who have been a pretty consistent playoff team so far. And while we're talking about Ruby, I guess we can go look at them. They're a team that made our most recent... yeah, again, Ruby versus Rare Atom is our first game. The Chinese squad versus the CIA squad. But yeah, Ruby, they've been making pretty consistent playoffs. and I think have impressed a lot of people this year. They made 5th, 8th in the Series 2, and in Series 4, they actually got eliminated in the main Swiss after going 2-0. They lost 3 games in a row, but because there was no suitable invitee for the playoffs, Ruby and Gun 5, both of them who were in the 2 and 3 bracket, got invited to playoffs. Gun 5 actually went and won the whole goddamn thing, but then Ruby got knocked out in the first round of playoffs of Furia, but took a map off them. So I think that was a very admirable result, and I'm pretty sure we're actually going to be seeing one of those, the map they took off Furia in the Vita today. And even though they lost their first opening game, Dex had a really good performance, so he's definitely someone I'm going to be keeping an eye on today.
I think you've summed them up perfectly, to be honest, and I didn't know that they were 2-0 and then went 2-3. That sucks, but
Yeah.
they're going up against Rare Atom, and for Rare Atom, I actually really feel for them, because they've come over to Europe, they've been here nearly a month now, and the results and officials just haven't really gone their way, and it really is such a shame to see when you take a look at kind of all the red on the HLTV page. But with that being said, I imagine, look, they have learned an awful lot, and I really hope they have, and they get too disheartened by what's going on when it comes to these results, because the entire idea for this team is just to look to the future, look to that major in Shanghai. There's an extra spot for the APAC region. They want to be there. It would mean an awful lot to them, and that's the whole reason for doing all of this right now.
Yeah, it's a team that, sure, they haven't been doing too well, but I've got high hopes. Liang, something they've been and somebody they've been playing great Counter-Strike, and Risk on the Yorp I've seen really nice flares of, but I want to see more consistency from him. Now let's take a look at the Vita. Where have we been placing ourselves up on? And I think, as I mentioned, Dust 2, which was picked by Furia into Ruby, Ruby actually won that out, so I wouldn't be too surprised if we do see Ruby picking into that, as that has been a pretty good map for them recently, and it's a map that it's the only map they've played, and it was against, they beat out Furia. So if you haven't played much of Dust 2, but your only wins at the top 20 team, that's a pretty decent result. And for Rare Atom, they've only played it once, and it was in their first ever game in Europe against Nom. Oh no, so it was the first series. It was the second time they played Nom. Nom picked it into them, and they lost it. Even though we've sometimes seen Vertigo being picked by Rare Atom, they're actually going to be picking into Ancient. So it's going to be Dust 2, Ancient, and then Anubis as a decider.
Yeah, I like Ancient for Atom though. I do think they're quite good on it. I think it's just a little bit of inconsistency here for them. But don't get me wrong, I'm a huge fan of this team, so whenever I can, I'll be trying to support the boys. But this veto looks really tough for them, I can't lie. Especially with Dust 2 in the mix, as you've said. It just feels a little bit too much. I think Ancient could potentially go their way. I know that both teams are pretty 50-50 on it. But if it gets to Anubis, I know they've been struggling on it. They haven't really had the reps. I know Ruby, they've been struggling on it too, but I feel like it should be fine. If we even get there, that's the thing. If we even get to Anubis, and this conversation becomes a whole lot different, because we would have seen 2 maps already, would have seen how close it was, would have seen how Rare Atom look. I really hope they do well. I just want them to get a win in Europe. That'd be sweet. Can they do it? I don't know.
I don't know, man. And Inferno being insta-banned as well by Ruby. Inferno was the pick from Rare Atom yesterday against Sampi, or the other day against Sampi, and they actually beat Sampi on it. But then Anubis, the decider, was actually the map pick of Sampi, and they beat them 13-5. So the veto just kind of keeps on going negatively in the favor of Rare Atom. Negatively against Rare Atom, but in favor of Ruby. So now let's get into it. 0-1 bracket. We're starting off the day here. It's the first round in the it's the first game in the second round Swiss stage here in the European Series 5, and Moon is already off with a bang. The P250 is singing, and I wonder if Ruby just have quite a lot of confidence when they play a team like Rare Atom.
They might do. Mid to B split is going to be pretty tough to deal with. If you're Rare Atom, you're throwing on shots through the smoke. There's no one to blow open a grenade and they're holding for the boost. Wow, that's painful, but Ruby are checking everything. Lee Hang's now removed as well. Char King and Summer, they do it with Sawalio, that'd be great. That's a good start. They've got a kit. No, they don't. They got a smoke. They got a flash. And you got Char King on 2 kills. Come on.
Come on. Let's get this vengeance. Let's get this retake.
Oh, no.
Nah, never mind. Char King. We've spoken about him, and we've spoken about Dex actually as well. He was really good against Harvu. I'm surprised they actually lost to Harvu 2-0. I would have thought that'd be a pretty clear-cut game for Ruby. But losing that 2-0 was quite surprising. Nuke and Ancient, which is actually the second map. They lost. They actually picked into Ancient, Ruby did, and they lost 13-11. So a pretty interesting game, but that's a great start now into their second series, starting very early, 1-0 up on their map pick.
Obviously, yesterday we were watching VP Prodigy and you spoke about Sawalio, and obviously he was on that team. Now he's moved over towards Ruby. So we got that little tidbit of trivia that we brought forward from yesterday. We can now actually see him in action. We can say, okay, well, how good does this squad look compared to VP Prodigy? And we can start making some little fun comparisons. And I can always hype up Rare Atom because
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm just a fan.
I think it's hard not to be a fan of them. Like, I mean, they've made some pretty weird roster changes over the last year with bringing Fuzi and Corey in, and also, like, a Finnish coach. Twister, I think, right? And, I think they've definitely had some weird moments. They fell into the whole, we need to bring in a European player to find success, and unironically, it kind of was those European players that did find success. Like, Fuzi and Corey were playing some great Counter-Strike over in China. They really were just farming up, and even when they came over here for the Blast Premier qualifier, the Blast Spring qualifier, it was like it was Fuzi that held his own against Cloud9 because he'd played that sort of Counter-Strike before and understood how to play against a Cloud9. Right now, Ruby, they lost the opening kill. Moon went for an aggressive peek in long with the AWP and actually gets killed early on by somebody. But Dex trading out on risk, and now now we see Ruby scaling up short while also having Heide lurking in middle, and that's a huge frag to now displace the rotations.
Is this winter the same winter that you spoke at Avangar?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I thought so. Whenever I was watching him in Avangar, because that's how long ago it is, guys.
I'm pretty sure, actually. Sorry, let me
Yeah,
check.
I'm a little bit old. I'm gonna go on the tangent anyway.
Last year, it wasn't that. It was last year.
Yeah, but I think it's funny, but when it's like, oh yeah, it was so long ago, like a year, right?
Yeah, it was a Vanguard.
Okay. When I was watching him on a Vanguard, he was a beast. And I was like, okay, this guy's exciting. Like, I can't wait to see more of it. No, but when I watched him play, he was good.
I'm not gonna lie, that Vanguard team for me was kind of a fraud watch because I'm pretty sure when they were playing main and they were like a fully salaried team and they almost lost playoffs to like a UK mixed main in a best of 3. That was my kind of like fraud watch moment. It was like the UK team was on LAN because it was epic, and a Vanguard almost lost to them, and it was like, you know, like it wasn't a team a Vanguard should be losing to. But we apart from our pedantics aside, Ruby, they win out the round even though they lost the opener and also eliminate the AWP. I think Charles King was trying to save that, so he dies at the very last dying embers of the round. And Brandon, you've been hyping up Winter. He's having a pretty good start, isn't he?
Yeah, he's doing good. I'll tell you how scary that round is, Mr. Grim Renard. And that's the fact that I didn't even notice that was a buy for our Atom. That's how dominant that kind of felt. And now you're just on Deagles. Push out long. It is pure contact now out of Ruby. This feels quite nice. Risk at a Lee Hang. Oh. I was gonna say, you need to get something done. That is a great start from Lee Hang.
There's some sharp shooting.
And look at the flank. Look at Child King.
Yeah, this is a weird round. We've also got a player on the B bomb side that hasn't cleared car.
Oh, he's gonna get the kill.
Oh, they're gonna go back to B because of this false sense of security that there's control there. And Child King, even though almost gets no scoped, now picks up the AWP. Couldn't save it in the last, but can't hit a shot here. Lucky to be alive. 14 hit points and gets naded down. Sawalio, issue is that he takes control towards B, doesn't actually clear the bomb site, so Rare Atom have full control, and they have a well-placed microphone, able to identify exactly where he is. Now a 4 versus 2, with also an AK picked up for Lee Hang, and full rotations here. It's just one layer after another, and it's the 5-7 Deagle round that's collected up by Rare Atom.
Let's go Rare Atom. Yeah, really good round. And that was because they were being really patient out long. They didn't really force the issue too much. Really nice shot from Lee Hang here. And Child King just has this fat timing. It does get a bit complicated because B's left open and someone walks B and there's a lot of moving pieces going on. But ultimately, that did favour Rare Atom. Now they're dropping extra Util and Spawn.
Oh, wait, what? That was a great shot from Liang. And Dex, though, does instantly trade. Liang's one of those players I was mentioning at the beginning, kind of like him and somebody I think have been playing the best so far in Europe. And Child King's been very up and down for me. Risk as well on the AWP. Seen flashes of brilliance, but it's kind of the operative word, flashes.
B's open.
B is open. There's one player in the vicinity, that is somebody. He's behind double doors. He's gonna get spotted. Yeah, he'll fire away a few pot shots. And there's also now rotations. Moon couldn't really quite hold the cross as he only had a scout, so he's gonna allow players to rotate over. And it's a 4 versus 4 retake for Rare Atom. They have got a kit and they have got a lot of utility. It's just about if someone can actually place his full belt of utility down correctly.
Yeah, well, smoking tunnels. Molly's going to be well placed as well. Flashbang over the top. In fact, make it 2 of them. They're going to try and get in here. However, that's not a great start. There are trades between Winter and Dex. It's so difficult to get into this big bomb site. Risk gives it a good go, and Child King now just playing around with Moon, but he doesn't need to peek. He's wasted all of the time off the clock. Rare Atom try their best, but they can't get it done. It's Ruby that claim the round immediately back.
Yeah, that was a little bit scary. Oh, they don't get the... Wait, that was an AWP, no? Or was it not? No.
Scout.
Scout. No, that was a scout, like, there. But was that not an AWP on the ground where Child King was saving?
Oh, maybe.
That... I might be, you know, making it up. But I feel like that was an AWP, like, on the left here. Regardless. Got a bit scary when I saw Moon in the 1 versus 1 with the scout, but the rest of his teammates had done enough damage with getting, well, most literally the damage, and he was able just to play that 1 versus 1 playing time as it had already been whittled so far. Speaking of the scout, gets the opening kill on Risk. He's not been able to get a single break, and Moon, what a good start with the scout here in round 6.
It was an AWP.
It was an AWP.
You're right.
Why didn't he pick it up? He was on it! What?
I don't know how he got that kill. I tell you what, Child King, for me, as the player where you come into Europe, I thought he would not be doing as well as he is.
Child King.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it would be Lee Hang. I thought somebody would pop off quite a bit. And Summer would have his moments. But Child King's actually been beasting. Maybe that's not the case in the stats, but whenever
I was gonna say
when I've been watching Rare Atom in Europe, Child King's been pretty decent. That's another one of Brad been watching the game. He has to tell people he's been watching the game. Oh, that is just so
I feel like
gross.
he's been really up and down. Like, he played alright in the game they won against Sampy, in the map they won against Sampy, but apart from that, like, it's just like the odd appearance here. I don't know, I feel like he's been very inconsistent with, like, not a high and a pretty low.
Yeah, that's probably valid. I just remember.
He did well against Sampy in that map they did win, to be fair.
Oh.
Okay, okay, somebody. I mean, if he gets his kill far, no, he's got no kit. But like, look, I think when we look at these players and we talk maybe negatively upon them, it's like, look, it's a big learning curve for Rare Atom. I think it's been very clear where they're like aiming for, where they're heading for, and I have seen them struggle. It's hard to take away success from this time in Europe when your only game won is your first game against Nom, and then Nom even actually ended up knocking you out of that closed qualifier. So it's like, I think there's success you can take away from this time in Europe for just the experience and the reps you've been getting in and the time and the practice and all that stuff. But I feel like there does come a point where it's like, if we do just lose every game as well, that's going to be a hard pill to swallow.
Were you with me? I think we did the Mouse NXT game with them.
Playoffs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Did they get swept or... Actually, it was decent, like 13-10, 13-7 on Vertigo as well.
So I remember in Child King do well because he got 17 kills on Ancient, but on Vertigo he had 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's only so much. And
It's like when you go to school and like you got parents' evening. I feel like I'm now the parent, and my team of Rare Atom are in a little bit of, well, I guess my kids are Rare Atom are in a little bit of bother.
That's a nice find. However, just the trades are immediate from Ruby. They're in B again. It's a 3-on-4. I thought it was 3-on-3, but no. Kaide is still alive.
yeah, the opening kill never got traded. I feel like I've been surprised how much I've seen Ruby go towards B, and a big part of that is because they've been winning out in the rotation game, right? Like,
There's been getting these kills, and there's just no one else there. So, Ruby, that's 6-1. This is a pretty
devastating T side, and yeah, Brandon, I'm like, it feels like parents' evening, but I'm the student. It's just...
No, if anything, you're the teacher. In this metaphor.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, because I'm like, come on, Rare Atom, you're doing so great. And then you're there like, well, actually, in geography, they've not been great.
Look, if you're not doing well in geography, it's fine, but this is more like a systemic, like, maths and science problem, you know?
Oh, see, I went with geography because it's their time in Europe.
Oh,
I like
smart.
I like your systemic approach as well, though. That's nice too.
Yeah, okay, well, that was smart.
I feel like
Oh,
I
we-
had like a smart thing as well.
You did. That's why I praised you for it.
We yap a lot.
We
don't
do, yeah. I
Right,
mean, like,
come on.
look, they were saving. Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, oh, this is a fast player. There's a push through middle, 2 players boosted short. I think that's Kaide, top mid. I need to get caught off guard a little bit. There's going to be a nice response, though. Look, flashes, and the players that were defaulting from long instantly turn their attention, and alongside... so the contact gets taken top mid with the flashbangs and just the bullets, and then Dex comes in on his default underpass and he speeds up a little bit and catches 2 players off guard. I liked the idea from Rare Atom. That was actually a nice play. It was just executed quite poorly, and it seemed very half-assed with what they were kind of like falling back but not really falling back after they took that first contact. And I think the fact they don't get that first kill really stunts their momentum.
It was almost like for a brief period of time they forgot lower existed when they were falling back. Well, they just didn't expect Ruby to be there that quickly. Summer drops off, will put down the smoke at short, but Dex might just walk through this. It decides not to. They want to line up utility. They're going to go over towards A blow on the smoke. Summer tries to turn the flash, but instead it's the nade that blows open the smoke completely. Childkin with 2 nice kills, but they're just running out of manpower here, Atom. It's now a 3-on-1. Sure, Kade is low, but at the same time, you still got Moon, you still got Winter. And this retake feels a little bit doomed.
Oh, okay, that's a kill. He's not holding short though. That's an AWP out for. I feel like I haven't seen an AWP actually in Ruby's hands. It's been scouts and they're still winning like 7-1. This is Ruby's map pick, and Brandon, like, look, we've been here for like 10 minutes. We've been here for like 15 minutes, and it's already almost the end of the half potentially.
I think it's kind of funny that Ruby actually had the AWP for maybe like 3-4 rounds. Everyone's been getting kills with it apart from Moon. And then the kills that Moon has been getting has been with a scout. And it's like, okay. Sure, man. Make it make sense, you know?
Sure, buddy.
But you're right, this has been very quick. This has been Child King versus the world, it feels like at times.
Yeah, I'll actually, yeah, like, as much as I maybe was, like, saying like, oh, I don't really know about that, is like what you're saying, like I don't quite agree with it. What I will say is he's actually had a pretty good, like, this is pretty good, like he's actually had a pretty good game so far. This is like a nice like silver lining, and it feels like nobody else has really even had their like at all moments, right? Because we haven't seen a round 1.
Tell you what, Dex has been really good, as well as Swalio, getting these opening kills. So I'm just kind of always looking on my little mini-map. I'm like, okay, well, where are they? Because it really interests me to see how they're going to approach things. This time it's a lot more passive. Because of that previous round where Atom got a little bit aggressive and it nearly worked.
Ruby are going to take things a little bit slower. They are out long. They have Molly Car. That might pull a rotate, which means that Dex's lurk could be quite profitable.
Slow burner in round 9. Ruby taking long control, but also a very nice default Dex. You can see him and Kaide, they're ready to take advantage of players aggressing, and they're actually going to get aggressive on Dex, but the gun barrel gives away Liang. 40 seconds into the round, Dex gets an opener. Alongside that, he puts a lot of emphasis on these short players alongside Kaide. So sure, Risk is going to get his AWP kill, but that's it. With Risk on A, he's the only player actually on that bomb site with rotations either being killed or just like not allowed to move past. Dex and Kaide, they go 3 for 2. That is perfect from them. And then the fact that Ruby just able to trade out Risk, it's a perfect round from the T side. This has honestly been played to perfection. Child King, though, he's got 2 kills this round. Once again, the only like redeeming feature, the only shining light for the roster, but that is not enough.
Yeah, again, that's a real shame because Rare Atom, they just got pulled and manipulated by Ruby, and the fact that they've got Dex and kind of in such good positions.
But the thing is that they're not even great positions. I think, like, on one part of it, Rare Atom were wanting to go for that aggression, and then it just didn't quite work out, but they were still committing to it, and because of that, they come away with a man disadvantage from that interaction, and also, like, oh, the A bomb site's open. Oh, I'm in a 1 versus 2.
Yeah, again, it's a situation of having the right idea of what you want to do, but then being able to execute it perfectly, but also kind of without fault of the other team. Li Hang will find a scout kill and a tag onto Moon. Feels like if you're Ruby, you don't really need to commit into this, and this is why Kaide is going this scenic route through middle. Already dealt with Risk, and Summer will trade him out. This round's looking pretty decent now for Rare Atom. However, with Winter stepping back in at top mid, he lost another body, and that means the player advantage is still with Ruby.
I think that's the first ever CZ kill I've seen this year of competitive Counter-Strike, and Summer. Oh, you said he has his moments, finally. He comes alive. Can he go for the fourth? Yes, a 1 versus 2. 4 kills on the dollar. And Rare Atom, they get their second round near towards the end of this first half with only CZs, pistols, scouts. But everybody lends a helping hand and Summer executes every single one.
Yeah, I think that's maybe like my under 10th kill I've seen with the CZ. I saw Art get a jumping, running dink yesterday on Inferno with it, and I was like, alright, buddy. Nice shot. Here we go. They're coming alive into it now. 8-4, to be fair, would not be that bad, considering where this game was heading and the trajectory. The issue is potentially getting to 8-4, but they've got good long space. They're about to maybe push in towards B tunnels, get that info. For Ruby, they're all in mid.
Ooh, well, that's straight back to it. The difference in this round is that Rare Atom actually have 2 players on that B bomb site. What Ruby have been doing very well is just isolating 1 person on the site. So here, they actually kill off the CT rotation. I think they understand that that was not one of the B contingents. So they know there's still 2 players here. And it's actually somebody with the AWP alongside Risk. We've got 2 AWPs on 2 parts of the map. And even though Swalio will get like a dink off, I'm not even sure how he's on 9 HP from that shot, but somebody overextends. Now, Liang, been hyping him up. 2 players in front of him. He knocks down 1 and puts Winter onto 7 HP. Forced away. The Kazakhstani will come join up Moon. Him and the Orpa, maybe switch over the guns. And yeah, Child King's on the flank. He's been spotted. Child King, okay, sure. That was a bit of a messy one. It's been a bit of a messy round overall for both sides. But once again, it's kind of somebody that ends up winning it out because he gets the opener and also just the kill towards B to mitigate any danger.
Nah, Child King won that round. My goat.
It's like 20 seconds left, Brandon.
Yeah, and he got the kill and he dropped the bomb. It's like, you know when your mate play, like, you're playing football, he takes it around the keeper.
What is this analogy?
No, he takes it around the keeper, and then he passes it, and you score an open goal, and you celebrate wildly. That's what Child King just did. All the hard work had been done, as you mentioned, by somebody and Lee Hang. Then Child King just puts a nice little goal.
I won the round!
Exactly.
Oh, no. Well,
now he's got to watch this round.
Yeah, straight back to reality. Within, 10 seconds of the round starting, he's already dead. That's a really assertive opener with the saved AWP. What's really important about getting a kill like that as we enter this last round of the half is that Ruby don't really have much around him. Like, it's what, 3 Deagles, a scout? And now they can play this 5 versus 4, and the AWP is going to be a very pivotal component to creating that success. Smoke abused on short. Molotov, they can't really get through that one. And look at this push from underpass. This is what I'm focusing on. Is that the AWP that's pushed underpass? No, it's the rifle. No. Okay, it's Liang. I thought the AWP had gone underpass. I was like, that's crazy, but Rare Atom split 2-2 once again. This time, though, it's not a 4 versus 4. It's a 5 versus 4 in favor of Ruby. Ooh, I like this push from Summer.
Yeah, that's great. And also he confirms, hey, short's clear. They'll hear the flashbangs out long as well. Risk is on the angle. Ah, he is being hunted. And I like the decision for Ruby to go back towards long, because you're sending the scout this way. You've also been able to pick up the rifle that Child King had. You see one player towards CT, that's been dealt with.
What?
Oh, in fact, they've all been dealt with. Insane from Ruby and Lee Hang. It needs to try and clutch up a 1-on-4. Needs to get past the scout. He's already been tagged, and Swalio finishes the job. That is decimation from Ruby.
That last round is just a lovely depiction of how everything's gone, right? Where you have low buy, You have lovely, great re-aggression from Rare Atom that does pay off and it does get you space to work with. However, it all still comes falling down. 9-3 Ruby on their map pick. They're looking very assertive. It's the second time they played this map. The first time though, they beat Furious. They've obviously got pretty good at this game, at this map, and I think that round was really nice from Ruby, having the decision to go towards long and pick up that M4 that actually gets the opening kill in this A execute, and then it's just the floodgates get opened, right? Scout, Deagle, everybody connects, and for Rare Atom, if they don't win this pistol round, it could be windows, or not windows, curtains.
It's Windows.
We're on Windows 64, and Moon, he's fragging. Oh my
Ooh.
god, the Glock's at long range? What?
We're not done yet. 3 on 3. That bomb needs to get over is the difficulty. He should be fine.
Be, yeah.
Yeah, he's good. Stop fighting him, please. Thank you.
To be fair, Swalio, like, if he got that one, like, if he had just got a single kill, that would have changed everything, because it's a 3 versus 3 retake with Moon on 3 HP. Swalio is now tagged down even lower on short. They're trying to get super aggressive on him. Winter's not hitting anything. The Dual Bretters have closed the angle, and the Dual Bretters, even though on 3 HP, still doing good damage, but only for a limited amount of time. And this pistol round, I said it was a must-need for Rare Atom, and they will be picking it up.
Yeah, someone just had a great round. He just killed all 3 of them. Rotating over. Good idea for us, and they keep it simple.
Even though they kind of got decimated a little bit by the dual Berettas, they're fine. It's actually the Glocks at long range that
Do the damage. Surprisingly. Unbelievable from Moon. But it's not enough. Of course they're gonna force. It makes sense, why wouldn't you? Especially when you're 9-4 up. Where's that scout? He's in top mid. It's very aggressive. Oh. I was wrong. It wasn't the scout, it was a dig, but he still finds the kill. At least Risk has opened up A.
This could be something from Ruby. They don't realize how close Risk has got though, and even though he's had a pretty rough game, these 2 kills, they have a lot of importance, and he's really led the charge. There was no sense of a trade as well because of how aggressive he was. So the fact he's able to get that 1 kill is massive. And Shark King, bro, sure, just run and gun. And Rare Atom, they're down by 5 rounds. They're playing like the team that are ahead by 5 rounds. And because of that, Kaide, the A1S, to actually put it into a 2 versus 2. Swalio coming from short, but he's going to be coming into a 1 versus 2 as Kaide does fall eventually. And Rare Atom, okay, his confidence is paying off, but it's just making me a little bit scared, you know?
Yeah, they're owning though. It did get a little.
They are still down by 4 rounds, Brandon.
It did get really scary. But yeah, look, I know they're down by 4 rounds, but can't you just let me have it? Look at this kill.
Okay. Yeah, pure skill.
That's such a BS kill.
Nah, bro. Goated kill.
No 5, no money for Ruby.
Just like me, for real.
Damn. Come on, Moon.
Yeah, man.
Show us what you got.
You know what they say? Casters and teams that emulate together win together. Get it?
No.
No money?
Oh, I see. Nice shot at Summer. Dex finds his. Dex has been unbelievable on pistols, but it doesn't matter when Summer is owning you. And somebody's running from short as well. He gets 600 bucks into the account. He's rich. And Summer is wealthy in kills.
Yeah, Summer has had like 3 multi-frag rounds, and I'm pretty sure those are the some of the only rounds that actually what kills him. So last round, actually no, I think it's 4. Like literally the rounds that Rare Atom have won, he's got a multi-frag in. And he's been a big part of Wise on this round, but there's just been like no consistency otherwise. And I felt, yeah, he just got all his kills, and there's like really few isolated multi-frag rounds. Pretty sure his RWS would be like 100.
It could be.
Well, he's lost a rounds. They're down, but so unfortunately, no.
This was 9-3.
It was, but
now
kind of
it's
classic
9-6.
pistol round though, right? Like it's kind of the El Clasico. I feel like for Counter-Strike right now, where you have a position where Ruby looked super comfortable. They lose the pistol. They force buy into it, and it's like, ooh, okay, now it's 9-6. But we do have the AWP out. Rare Atom though. And they take a bit of confidence. You see this also a lot where a team gets into the 9-6 position, and then when the rifles are actually out, that's when they struggle.
Yeah. That does happen. We'll have to see if that is true for this game. Will Ruby get their first round on the board here in this second half? Well, currently it's really good space by Rare Atom. They've got lower tunnels, and now walking in towards short. Kaide's here. So is Sawalio. And for Rare Atom, they are going to smoke off that mid to B. Big nade. That's
Chip
actually
damage.
much. I thought it would do more than that.
It goes like to the end of the wall, so someone who is close luckily evades it. If you throw it now, it'd be bonky, but can't have everything in life. Slow default from Rare Atom. Ruby are very scared of middle. You can see they've got this kind of pressure, thinking that players are going to wrap mid. But now with these smokes, I think we're going to be seeing Kaide put himself more in a position to help his teammates. There's also a player on long, Winter, holding that extremity, but in the meantime, it is Dex. Like, Dex is on an island, and he has to get a multi here. As anticipated, he doesn't, because there's so many players hunting him down with no sense of a trade. However, now here comes the crunch. It's crunch time for Rare Atom, and somebody who is lurking out of long is now in a 1 versus 4 coming from short. The bomb spawner for him. The Molotov does not land on the diffuser. There's actually a defuse coming in somehow. He does get 1 kill, but yeah, bomb misplanted, and he could defuse around the box as Ruby. They get on the guns, and there's a straight rebuttal. Also, they've just saved 2 AWPs.
I'm a bit speechless there because I didn't realise he could defuse around the box. So I'm watching him like spray, and I'm like, why is he not dead? Because he's behind the box. You idiot, B-dog. What are you doing?
What's Blood
Well
doing?
done. Well done from Ruby. And it was that long crunch that was effective. And even though Dex was kind of just hung out to dry by his team, it was for the greater good. There is that double AWP save, as you mentioned. Flashbang is really good though. And Shark King on risk, find 2 kills immediately.
Okay. Sure.
You're saving this, right?
Unless Dex. So this is a kill from Dex that. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, there's a world if they were in better positions, you could go for it, but yeah, save, and they get caught off from top mid,
Now you go for it.
but still, like, look, Dex is literally in T-spawn. Oh, he's gonna catch Child King off guard. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, they're definitely going for it now. You've got a kit on Dex, so he's going to come and join his teammates, so if he dies, they can at least pick up that kit. Molotov perfectly placed. It's a 1 versus 3. Somebody, everything's on his shoulders. Nade, missing him. Smoke on the bomb. Remember, Dex has that kit. Kaide giving great defense. Wait, is there even time? Oh my god, there's no time. Dex was too far away, and Ruby, they lose the round, even though they kill everybody.
What? Why
one
did
of
Dex
those-
not just get to the site?
Maybe he thought, maybe he thought the other player had a kit. I don't know. Com's got a little bit chaotic there, it seems. But that is a round that Reratum you feel like should have won anyway. Because they did have a lot of players. They got that double entry out long. This is fully blinded. Oh, sure. Fine, Child King. That's how you get the opening kill. I'm sorry. I wasn't familiar with your game.
I don't think anyone's been familiar with this game from Child King. It's just been so bizarre, some of these entries. Oh. Bye-bye. Cranium cracked open in the sky, leaping through the air like a salmon. Looks so graceful, but also his body hitting the floor, thumping it. Moon, that is giving his team a very needed advantage.
He's also not been having the best of games as well. Like, he's been kind of just like pittering along. Had a few nice opening kills here or there with the scout, but now with the opener, Kaide, I'm not a huge fan of this very aggressive play with not a huge amount of support, but he does have Dex now. Issue with they're playing two very isolated angles, so look, Dex takes that fight, but he's baited in Kaide perfectly. Lineups there, that's two, doesn't go for the third, just kind of playing the time, 1 HP, waiting for his teammates to rotate in, and that's exactly what they're going to be doing. Yep. Even though Child King gets the opener, that's it. That's round over. And Ruby, they do so much damage to the economy in the last by killing everybody. Unfortunately, not winning the round. And now they keep 3 players alive. And Rare Atom have nothing.
Fantastic round and short from Kaide.
And yeah, what a shot from Moon, right? Onto Risk. Just destroys him. 11-7, and as you mentioned, no money. It will be a hero scout, but he's already dead. Oh no. Careful now. Give me the lowdown, Freddy. Give me... That was ridiculous. Give me your thoughts on this Reratum squad. Are you seeing improvement here? I know you've watched them a few times now. Are you seeing
I've
improvement?
actually watched them quite a few times. Yeah, I think I've watched like the large majority. Like what? So they've played. How many games they played in Europe? They've played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's the 8th game. I watched 1, 2. So I watched exactly half their games, and I think I remember when I watched them against Nom, they won the series. But the main issue was that this. So the style of Chinese Counter-Strike of always taking space, right, where you're always kind of on the move, that led them to getting leads,
But also was their downfall. And I think, like, the thing is, like, they lose a lot, but they're always holding their own, it feels like. They never get trampled on. But I think Ruby's a team which it's a hard opponent because of how hard they can aim and how hard they can shoot back. And like, this is a game where I've just not seen anything from Rare Atom. I think 7 rounds is very misleading to how successful they've actually been, right? Where look, 3 of them come from pistol and against a force and an eco. They've won 1 gun round where they kept nobody alive and actually probably should have lost it. And they kind of got 3 isolated rounds in the first half due to multi-frags. So in this game, there's been no redeemable features from me for Rare Atom. And there has been some nice moments on the CT side where I've seen good plays. It's just the execution of those plays hasn't been quite effective.
Brutal.
I think I expected a little bit more because obviously it's a new roster.
I did as well.
But it's just that very immediate early result they got in Asia where they took Mongols twice to 3rd maps and beat Tai Lu and
they look so good there as well.
Yeah,
so I was watching them.
Yeah, so like you have that really good performance from them, and you come to Europe, and you get a real reality shock. However, game's not over just yet. Now
Yes,
it definitely is. Yeah, Sawalio, well, actually does die. Oh, there's okay. there was a B aggression from both sides, and it works out heavily in favor of Ruby. Somebody needs to go for a 1 versus 4 clutch, and he fails at that second hurdle. Dex 24 and 13. He's a silent killer, isn't he, Brandon? He just kind of slowly plods along, and that is fantastic from him. 24 kills, man. Almost close to like a 2 KD. And Ruby, they take map 1, their map pick of Dust 2. Next will be Ancient. It's Rare Atom's map pick, but Ruby, they literally picked it yesterday against Harvu.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one, and I feel like that you got the individuals that are popping off for Rare Atom, but I think you're right, it feels a lot more individual. And sure, Ruby were making some individual plays, but it always felt like they were together. There was options to be able to be traded, and it's a shame for Rare Atom, but we'll have to see how it pans out on their map pick. As you said, it's Ancient. It's coming up just after this break.
Do you have any unnecessary skins or want to sell them? Try Skin Place. Visit the website, select the skins you want to use. Easily fill your Steam trade link. Make sure we offer good prices and choose a payment method. Hit the button and boom! Instant cash. Safety. Low commissions. Instant payouts. Skin Place.
What's a super stream game? It's an extension that provides a valuable and engaging game within the stream you are watching. Join an active community and test your knowledge in a live race against expert chasers by answering trivia, prediction, and recall questions tailored to the content you are watching.
Well, map 1 was pretty decisively won here by the Ruby boys. They kind of dominated, it felt like. I said the 7 rounds was a little bit deceiving, made it seem a little bit closer than it actually was. I think that was a very one-sided performance, and Rare Atom, apart from a few individual moments from like Summer, Somebody, or Child King, we didn't really see too much consistency. And now we go on their map pick where they've played it 4 times in Europe. They won it first against Nom on their first series, and then they proceeded to lose it against DMS, Sangala, Mouse, and XT. And even though Ruby haven't been looking great on it, they actually picked it yesterday against Harvu, and they did lose 13-11. But the fact they took out Inferno, which would be the pick of Rare Atom, Ruby have forced them on this map.
Yeah, no, they have. And to be fair for Rare Atom, he had some really good moments. Child King was fantastic. Summer popped up with some important multi-kills. However, on this map, it can't just be like these isolated instances. It needs to be everyone just sort of banding together. The ideas need to be with a little bit more conviction for me. And for Ruby, they had some really good just individual efforts across the board. And I'm quite worried for Rare Atom, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, I've got a big feeling this is going to be ending 2-0, and the game is live, the game is ready. We're going to be heading into the jungle, and I would be anticipating a Ruby victory here. But Brandon, it's CCT, so you never really know, do you?
No, you don't. But let's see it. That's what we're here for. Every pistol feels like it goes A at the moment. And that is exactly the case here. Smokes go out. That gives the indication over. Reinforcements are here already. But it feels like it's going to be a 5-on-5 retake.
Yeah, and there's no kit either. There's a smoke and flash for the Ruby side. And I think the smoke's instantly going to get used towards A main, maybe? I'm just assuming. I don't know. I can't see where it's been put down. And Rare Atom, with these close engagements, are actually going to be winning it out. And they're going to be winning out this pistol round very dominantly. That's a really well-played round. And Rare Atom, that's a great start for them on their map pick.
Yeah, I mean, great stuff from Risk, but also you got to comment on Child King because he flanked. He went all the way through red. Got the backstab on CT. Very clean, locks it in. So even if Risk fell over at Temple, Child King would have been there for the quick rebuttal. So very clean and easy round. It's exactly what you want out of Rare Atom. Ruby are going to eco. Moon's got a Zeus. And that excites me. He's on his own in cave. He's gone, guys, you go donut. I've got this. I can lock down B. But he's going to move over.
Full US pies. I don't know. Child King, time to farm. Time to let your boy do justice. It's okay. I thought I was gonna say it was a 3-2, but it was actually a team kill from the C side. But two frags on a full eco is like both sides. I think are happy with this.
So it's just one of those cases where like neither side really loses.
Yeah, I saw the kill feed light up blue, and I was like, oh dear. But it was fine. One of them was a team kill. We got a bit of utility here, but I'm looking at the flashbangs here for Ruby. There's only 2 of them left. So 2 of them left. They only had 2 total. Fast way for somebody. They're out mid. Are they gonna go donut? No. Instead, he's gonna try and go in towards Rubber. And this is scary because he has the bomb.
Ooh, that's a big opening kill from somebody. It's actually been a great start for them here on Ancient. Throwing 2 smokes in the exact same position to split around towards the A bomb site. There are still 2 players in Donut. And Dex is going to come through and be able to finish off Summer. So back now to a 4 versus 4. And you can see how quick everybody is already here. There is going to potentially be this long flank from Child King. But in the meantime, Risk, who had a pretty good pistol round as you were highlighting, that's another great start for him. And Ruby maybe getting a little bit too over-aggressive for their own good. And as I mentioned, Child King, that very long flank is going to come in, it's going to pay dividends, and it does just force Winter to save, and save an MP9 as well.
That's actually quite brutal for Ruby, because look at the HP bars of all of these players, apart from that Lurker and Child King. Ridiculous amount of low HP between them, but they get the round done. They take mid, it's really nice. It gets scary with the bomb, try and take the first contact through Red Room, but he gets the kill, and that's the most important thing. Has got the support from his teammates. Ruby, if this, well not this round, but if the follow-up doesn't go so well, you got to be calling a pause at some point, because Rare Atom are currently running away with the T-half.
Yeah, this is a very decisive beginning, and Risk, it's pretty much 4 kills, 4 rounds he's got, so that's been pretty good from him. But the trade is imminent. However, this round should be going in favor of Rare Atom. They've already got control of the B bomb site, and they've been maneuvering themselves really nicely around this map. First gun round, they go towards middle. Pistol, they go A. And then also now, in this anti-force buy, anti-half buy, whatever you want to call it, they go pretty much straight up towards the B bomb site with Risk lurking in middle. So, they've been very dynamic so far, and just maybe conditioning big parts of these maps.
Yeah, I really like it, that they are being varied, and that's the most important thing. Is that they're not keeping things predictable. Will Kaido get a kill with his MP9? That's not the next question. Probably not. I don't think Summer's going to extend deep in towards his own spawn. Has no reason to. So he's just going to chill out. Winter, again, can't really get involved because the bomb's going to explode. So it's Rare Atom up to a 4th round. This is it for me. This is the make or break for Ruby. If they don't put a round on the board here, you gotta have 30 seconds, surely.
Yeah, I think this has been a very quick second map so far. We've had Rare Atom basically sell to 4-0 very instantly, and we still even have an AWP out for Moon as well. Like, he wasn't that great on Dust 2, but I still think it'd be very necessary. And still, Rare Atom changing up the plays. Same pace, though. Same consistency as they're surging forward. Swalio flashes for himself, but it's only good for the first. Somebody holds the smoke for a push and an elbow. And once again, Ruby have just faltered so heavily. They lost against Harvu on this map, which I think is a pretty poor opponent. And right now, it looks like they're going to be going down 0-5 versus Rare Atom.
Risk has been fantastic. I know you keep mentioning him, but here in this round, 2 important kills, very necessary on towards the A bomb site. He gets the trade, and then he finds the follow-up as well. Very
also
impressive.
All on 10 HP.
Yeah, very impressive from Mr. Risk. And he's even brought the AWP out.
They don't need to. Like the style of Counter-Strike Rare Atom are playing right now, it very heavily favors this fast play aggression with Summer on the Mac 10 still. But Ruby, they're going for this really like weird half-assed buy because they had some players saved, so like throughout these last few rounds, so they had those MP9s and some extra dollars. So we've got Moon on an AWP, but then like for instance Dex is on a Deagle and Dex instantly dies. This might though, because Dex has died with Deagle here, put Rare Atom into this false sense of security. Never mind, Liang just gets 2.
They just line up. And now everyone from Rare Atom is contributing. It's what you love to see. Swalio does deal with Risk. There is this push as well from Moon, who's holding for elbow. Child King, late lurk, dealt with. Hang on, it's a 2-on-2. And Moon spotted another one ascending B ramp.
I'd be very confused on Rare Atom. I'm like, why is there A1S as an AWP out when we literally just won a gun round? Oh, Swalio though, gonna get timing. This smoke's gonna be fading. He spams and it's centimeters, millimeters away from connecting. 2 players pressing onto him. He is none the wiser. And now there's space opened up towards the A-bomb site. They know that Moon is towards ramp. A very nice flash is gonna not allow him to take any more of that space. And Rare Atom, this should be another round in the back. It's been a very, very explosive beginning.
Can he do it? That nade is well placed, but it's Li Hang that's low, not somebody. So Moon doesn't find the kill.
It's also got an AWP, right? So it doesn't matter about damage.
Yeah, true. He's just got to get out of here now.
Can he even though? Look, we've already seen, I think, somebody push aggressively down in towards A main, and okay, Moon, good awareness, and he's been able to keep this AWP, but still, the same sentiment arises. 6-0 for Rare Atom on their map pick. This is a very, very ecstatic start for them.
Yeah, they're doing fantastically, honestly. So cool to see them sort of thrive and reset, especially after Dust 2, because now it feels like their ideas are working. Now this is going to give them confidence in addition to that. And that's even with the 2-on-2 getting a little bit scary, but they go together, they isolate a kill, and from there, the round is basically all said and done. Could be a little bit faster here, especially with Risk being boosted up, has a peek at long, and Moon is just dealt with immediately, and that invites Child King just to rush onto the site. This is fast, this is furious, but the round might still go back in favour of Ruby because these players are so low, and Dex has found a hat-trick. That's massive. Ruby are going to put themselves on the board.
In the most unlikely of circumstances as well, right? 2 opening kills from Rare Atom, very aggressive and very decisive from Risk alongside Child King. They took a lot of damage in the process, and Dex, who went 24-13 in map 1, finally comes into his own, and that's a lovely rebuttal from Ruby, but now can they find consistency on this?
Potentially, because look, you can still invest here if you're Rare Atom. Obviously you've won 6 rounds in a row, but some of the previous have been pretty close. So actually the piggy bank's not as built up as you'd expect it to be. Look at Risk, look at Summer. They've got the best finances in the world. They could probably squeak together a buy into the next round if they do lose this. But Dex team was the hero, falling straight back down to 0 because Lee Hang finds the opener.
Yeah, especially it being Dex as well. That's quite a big player, a big key figure to be taken out of the server. And Rare Atom, a default where you can see their lenience is towards the B bomb site round. They're gonna try to take mid control, and this round, this is where it could get maybe contestable for Ruby. Can they find these picks in middle? They get one. Child King does get traded, however, Swalio in a bit of spot of bother as Summer. He's hounding him down. He does get dinked, but it's just Moon left alive. The AWP forced to retreat, make that lonely walk once more to save as the bomb is planted in Rare Atom. They let one slip and straight away claim one back.
Yeah, that's awesome as well for them, because it just means they can stabilize a little bit and they can not get in their heads too much. A really good response. 7 rounds on the T side. You've got my attention, Rare Atom. You really do. If this is a dominant victory, if they blow Ruby out the water here... Oh. Oh. That'd be quite spicy.
Yang's chilling him in the wall. Okay, Moon will save his AWP. It's Silver Linings amongst the Rain Cloud right now, as they will be able to purchase up again, potentially, with the saved AWP and Kaide on almost 8 grand. But we're on round 9, you've got 1 round. What's gone wrong in this break?
I feel like they're just feeling a little bit confident here, Ruby, and they're just swinging very individually. We're not seeing the same sort of trade spacing that we expect
Same
to see
for Rare
from them.
Atom, though. Like, Rare Atom is playing with so much confidence.
I
right
agree,
now.
they're playing with a ridiculous amount of confidence. But I rate it.
This is probably the first time in the 4 games that I've watched of Rare Atom that I've seen this level of Counter-Strike being portrayed on the server. Issue is, there's an opening kill towards middle and another towards ramp. There's a swift trade and it does just leave Winter on the MP. Died, but he doubles down. These fast plays, they've been looking very good so far, but now this is when they falter and somebody looking to do economical damage.
He wins these.
Bold statement.
With how clean that kill was on Donut, he wins these. Oh. Alright, he second-guessed himself. Winter's actually cleared down in towards B doors. He gets this kill. It's Friday. We're cooking, but no, he's not. In fact, he doesn't win these, but... NT. Or I guess T, because he got 1 kill on the 1 on 4.
Okay. Brandon, do you think like do you think if it's a 5-7 it all of a sudden becomes quite actually competitive?
Yeah, of course.
So let's aim for that. It would be 4 rounds in a row, 3 from here. Let's end out the half strong, but I think for Rare Atom, maybe even 8 or 9 would just be like enough. Oh, okay, good trade. But Child King, he's being a nuisance towards middle. And that theme will continue. Kaide, just a dry swing. Oh, they're all aggressing towards lane. Summer, though, still remaining. Watching his teammates fall in front of him, and he will be the next to go down with them.
Much better. Much better from Ruby. We talked about that trade space and we asked for it. We got it immediately in this round. Even with that opener. He was from Child King. You've just got an immediate trade out mid, then you got them swinging together from Shelf and B ramp at the same time. It's so difficult for Rare Atom to deal with, and they just can't manage it. Somebody has found a way onto the B bomb site, so there will be a retake effort coming in here from Ruby. If he can isolate these kills, there's every world he can win this clutch. The issue is he's walking around the corner straight into the crosshair of Moon, but he just pauses. He just waits so patiently. Moon is going to have to come to him Somebody will miss the shot, miss the mark. Smoke now thrown on the bomb. It's
Oh,
easy for KD. Ruby lock it in. They find their third.
That definitely got a little bit scary. That was by far not a clean end to it. And the bomb going down, it's not going to allow a buy. I think Rare Atom, they just ecoed this round. They're finally forced into a low buy for the first time in this half, and we're on round 11. Just shows how dominant they have been. But even with that bomb, just take an eco. You have 2,400 lost in the next round. You can buy for the final round and a half. So it is Ruby securing at least 4, but I think 5 is definitely what they're aiming for. And all of a sudden, a 5-7 half within the pistol round 1 completely changes this narrative after we saw, what, 7 pretty much in a row flawlessly with only 1 deficit.
Yeah, it will definitely change things. You remember how many rounds the pistol gives you if you win it. Marathon just going to push through the smoke. Got double flashes on risk. First one's used to get them through the door in the first instance. Second one, potentially put forward elsewhere. They're taking their time with this. But the smokes, the utility, and the fact you got 3 players on B, it's going to make things very difficult. Oh. Especially with that jump peak and risk nearly dying.
Also, there's a bit of, there's like a wee little bit of overcommitment here, I think, with the purchase, with the Tech 9 armor. It does just mean, with 2,400 loss bonus, there's going to be a few pieces missing in the final round for Rare Atom.
Oh,
and I think,
timing.
oh my god, okay, never mind. There's no head armor anyway, so at least means USP succeeds. But yeah, there's going to be like a few little bits and pieces that are going to be missing. Like, look, Child King's on 4.1k, Summer's on 4.2. So there's just those small little things where, like, we're not going to have full utility out. Where there's going to be, like, a smoke or a smoke and flash on some players. And it's just that little small thing where I'm like, was it needed to buy the Tech 9 armor in the last round? Well, the answer is no.
Yeah, you are right. It's not like they did anything too fast either. Oh my goodness me, Risk is so blind, and he's walked through a molly and nearly killed himself. But it's fine, he's alive. Been interested seeing Risk not AWP in this first half, and he's just been playing with the rifle. He's been finding some really good entries of it. Same setup for Rare Atom, they're going to push the issue at red, but this is a really strong position from KD. Shadow's going to be spotted, but he reveals himself and is going to run straight through it and charge. So much damage to be done by Util.
But the AWP can't capitalize upon this, and Moon walking into the angle, seemingly not aware how close they can be. One more player on the boost, but it's actually going to be going towards the B bomb site. Dex has to get a triple, but he's only able to get 2. Unfortunately, there was so much riding on that, so much pressure on his shoulders. And now Sawalio, who was boosted up on that A-bomb site, coming in for a 1 versus 2 from B ramp.
That was a nice little mid-round from Rare Atom there, because they're fully anticipating that Ruby are going to get aggressive and maybe fight through that smoke, so they just hold it. They all stand still, they wait for it to fade. Then they're going to reset. He hasn't got a smoke, but he has got a kit. Difficulty is all these angles to clear, and Child King locks it in. Rare Atom will find 8 rounds on that T side. Do you think that's good enough?
I don't know. Like, I think this is a fine ending for both teams in this half. I think Ruby are very glad that they've made it at least contestable, but Rare Atom's still very much with the lead, and I think with the momentum, and they're still playing like that, especially with how good that last round was. A pistol round here is a very important, because it either secures Rare Atom's just dominance and probably secures the second map. It means we're going to go to a third, we're going to go to Nuke, I think it was. But if Ruby do get the pistol round, all of a sudden we've got another game on our hands.
Let's see. Lee Hang getting very aggy towards A main. Thinks better of it. Has got support in Donut as well from somebody.
That's a good trade from Dex. And this T side now. Rotation's being chopped down. Have to find the openers, and Winter, he's got one bullet left. That's a little bit overconfident. Dex still doing great work on the extremities. He gets 2 kills in total. But his teammates, they faltered. They go 2 for 4 on this A-bomb site. Liang got a double. And now, 50 seconds. There's loads of time on the clock for Dex to make this one work. Summer losing the awareness of maybe where Dex is and peeking into the angle. Wow, Summer. Clean, crisp headshot. A 1 versus 2 to basically maybe just stamp the end of this half.
Yeah, those are some clean taps, not only out of Summer, but also somebody. And this is the Rare Atom. They're showing us their potential. It's not one player just scaling off into the lead of all the kills. It's a team effort. Everyone's chiming in with really important contributions, impactful efforts from Rare Atom. It will be a force from Ruby. Despite not having the bomb down, it seemingly doesn't matter. Moon's found the opening kill. They're just going to scale in through A.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Ruby have a shared sentiment that I do, where this is kind of a game and a round where you have to be finding these early rounds, and I think if they don't find the win here, that's definitely it over. And yeah, they get the opener, they get a few frags. Kaide, he's in a 1 versus 3, and it's just actually winnable, man. Like, Risk has 4 HP, Liang has 55. There's a very real chance he can win this out. MP9 will be his weapon of choice. Not the best weapon, but I get, especially against these low HP players, it can do some real damage.
Is there a gap here for him? Not really. Now with Risk walking back over to reconcile Red. He just clears CT. Oh, it's such a big time in here. Yeah, Risk's gonna fall off the back of it. And now with the time, okay, they can re-walk in towards Donut, and that's gonna maybe catch Li Hang off guard. So I like Li Hang's position in here, because he's playing it so he's not exposed to Donut or CT. He's just holding that temple angle. This is really difficult for Kaide to clear out.
Kaide just has no idea. From my perspective, with how low it's been, with how little contact, you have to be anticipating Donut, and he does. Liang, a perfect 1 versus 1 being played out, and Rare Atom stem the bleeding in that round.
You say stem the bleeding. I guess the players on the A site, but they're in cruise control, mate. They're loving life.
I think this is already a 3rd map. Like, we're going to Anubis, not Ancient. Sorry, not new. We're going to Anubis for sure.
I can see it. I really can.
Very quick 2nd map.
Yeah, for sure. To be fair, the whole series has been quite short.
Ooh,
Big fight.
okay.
And Li Hang is again another opener. Sure, Summer. He reset his movement by hitting his head on top of the doorway. He's made himself very complicated to try and hit.
But the overextension will get minimized, and ooh, speaking of overextension, it's a 3 versus 3. A 2-man advantage, and now Ruby, this could be a bit of a devastating round. They're just consistently buying back into these, and it may actually pay off.
Might be another push here.
Ooh, I'm not a fan of this push. Yeah, that's exactly why. Moon plays this perfectly, where he retreats quite deep back into T-spawn, holds for that ramp play, and now from a 5 versus 3 in favor of Rare Atom, it's a 3 versus 2 in favor of Ruby.
You still got Li Hang alive though. Sure, he's on 50 HP, but you've got him alive, and they're not going to spam this angle
because they want to be quiet about the approach. Walking forward, they've got to clear this cubby. Li Hang spotted. That angle does not favour him whatsoever.
So he gets dealt with, and that is all up to somebody, but he can't get past Swallow either. Ruby, that's a round they didn't expect to win, but it's one that they'll take every day of the week.
And all those 3 players now upgrade to the primary rifles where they had Galils. So Ruby, they actually break the economy of Rare Atom because the second round there was only 1 player staying alive. That's right. It was a 1 versus 1. So now from a 5 versus 3, the over aggression caught out by Winter, caught out by Moon, and finished off by Sawalio. Ruby, this is an opening. Especially if they win this round, it's going to be an eco for Rare Atom. So we're looking at potentially a very easy 10-7 half. And that's a very winnable game from Ruby.
This is very interesting if they're going to manage to pull it off. If they're able to kind of build up some momentum here. It's now about the mental resilience of Rare Atom. And how they can keep themselves afloat. This one's very patient. It's not too direct from Ruby. They've got really good space over towards Red Room. Child King's aware of it. Might go blow for blow here with K-Day in a sec. However, that's an insane adjustment with the rifle. And that Summer, all he can do is just retreat in towards Cave. There should be a lock-in, but at least there are fast rotates here. The issue you've got is they're just pistols. And Sawalio's holding.
Yeah, fast rotations, but nothing. There is one more player in Cave, but it's a CZ, and oh, Steven, yeah, they even got it there. So that 10-7 scoreline is going to become a bit of a reality. And Brandon, I really do see now an opening for Ruby. It's going to be that next gun round when it's 10-7. If they can win that gun round, it's going to be looking like a 10-9 game. And they win another gun round, and then bam, they got the lead.
Nice shot. Any more from Mr. Lee Hang? No, not quite. $10-6, no money, means that it should be 10-7. Somebody, you good? Alright, he's fine. Still could end in a Ruby victory. I feel like every time I see a player outside aim, I learn a new angle. Someone's learning that sometimes fire isn't always hot.
Whatever that will be.
Yeah, it should be an easy cleanup here against the Eco. And this is this next gun round, pretty much the next round, for me is just like the talking point of like, okay, Ruby, they've done it where, like, you know, it's been like they don't even really have rifles, and they catch off overextensions, and they're able to win out against the 4 spies. But how are they going to perform against the actual gun rounds? Dex is starting to play a little bit better. Katie's been playing a little bit better as well. So maybe if we see someone like Moon step up as well, if he picks up an AWP, or if we see Winter with a little bit more progression upwards, or if just Dex continues to get 4Ks like that. Sure, it's against an Eco, but it's the confidence we know from the man who went 24-13 in map 1. Let's see something like that once again emulated on this server.
Yeah, I know what you're saying about Ruby and their individuals. I think also you got to throw in a conversation of, it's kind of Lee Hang that's really been doing anything this second half, and no one else from Rare Atom has really risen to the same occasion. And we need to see something from them. We need to see a little bit more. Utility's light here for Rare Atom as well. Straight out mid. Spam though, fantastic from Risk. He's been really good at finding these opening kills.
He has been. You were mentioning the individuals of Rare Atom. That's Risk without the AWP getting good handiwork done. Moon's got the AWP as well, so I want to be seeing him take some duels. I know there's no AWP out for Rare Atom. He needs to be getting a little bit more aggressive potentially here, but their passivity has actually worked out so far on this T side. It's taken advantage of Rare Atom's over-aggression, and the default that started towards the B-bomb site now is going to be moving towards A potentially. Li Hang uses a smoke and gets out of dodge and donut. There's still 3 players here though. Rare Atom currently have the correct read of where this default's going to be ending up.
This is an interesting fight right now. Oh, the adjustment though is huge. Somebody at the back of sight gets mollied out, but he still finds the first kill. Burns alive, even blown to bits by that grenade. Risk. He's in such a good spot. Is anyone holding for him? No.
No.
Can he get traded? Yes. So it is still a 2-on-2. The bomb can be put down, but it's Child King, and it's one of his mega flanks.
We saw him do this so much on the T side, where he would just play this really slow round, and it always would work out. No kit for Rare Atom, so with the bomb, a quarter ticked. We've only got half of that bomb's lifespan left, but it's going to be Moon. In the 1 versus 2, Kaidi fools the wayside. Bomb planted for him. There's no kit. There's no smoke, but a big first shot missed. Moon will hit the second, but I think there's time for that defuse. And Child King, his very extensive flank, isn't necessarily the reason why they got the round win, but he still is able to win it out for his team. 11-7, and I think that type of round answers a lot of my questions.
Yeah, that was sweet. They just put themselves in some really good positions. Risk, especially, right? Denying that bomb at the first instance. Getting the opening kill as well and towards mids. That's high value from Rare Atom, and that is exactly what you need. With that being said, Ruby have got a chance to reset the money again. If they win this one, then Rare Atom have got a force, and if they lose that, they've got an eco. This could be a buy one, get one. I was going to say free, but that sounds like you want 2. But I meant actually free. Will Child King get cleared? Yes, he will. Dex with the opener. Molly thrown in from Summer, but that is not affecting anyone. Meanwhile, oh, look at this push. Never mind.
Okay.
I thought he was going to be spotted with a flashbang, but he wasn't.
The reason why Rare Atom have allowed this game to get a little bit closer has been because of these aggressive plays that they've been caught off guard, as in like Ruby have caught Rare Atom off guard, right? And this is exactly what I was watching against Nom, and I actually spoke to Shushan afterwards, and he was like, well, it's their play style, right? Like, that's how they play. They're always moving. They're always taking aggression around the map. They're always taking space. They're very hot-headed and very fast-paced. But that's the issue, right? That type of hot-headedness and that type of speed can really come back to you. But Summer, oh, the MP9 almost gets a triple. Somebody, though, coming in for the perfect rotation. Nade will shatter Summer's dreams. And now somebody, a 1 versus 2. Moon, low HP because of that MP9. No kit once again, so time. Somewhat of the essence. Fights, though. They're going to be taken. Moon cancels out. Wins the 1 versus 1. It's very close, but it's no cigar for Rare Atom.
Huge. Absolutely huge from Moon. Needed to swing on that very second. And he did. And you're right, some aggression.
5 versus 2.
Yeah, that's a 5-on-2 and it gets brought down into a 1-on-1. Huge output from Summer. And somebody. Alright, so they're going to have a compromise here. They're going to buy a couple of digs, P250s.
Like, it's 11-9, Brandon, let's say, if they win the Pika round. And it does not feel like an 11-9 game. It feels like Rare Atom have always had the lead. It feels like they've always been ahead. But it's only a 2-round game now. So that sentiment doesn't quite hold that same value.
Oh, no it doesn't. Oh, if he gets this kill. Oh, if he gets this kill. No, he doesn't. Clean in
Look,
the end
everyone
from
else
Ruby.
died. Yeah.
Yeah.
Moon getting an AWP out now because of that, I think. Yeah, Kaide can drop Moon the AWP, who hasn't been looking great on it, I'll be honest. So maybe they are just going to stick with the rifles and do what Rare Atom were doing more at the beginning of their T side and throw some pace. But this gun round could be everything. If Ruby win this, we could be seeing an even 11-11, which is crazy to think considering where we were in this game. And as I said, Rare Atom have just kind of always looked like they're in the lead. Ruby have never felt like they've actually got a foot to stand on. But here, Liang, not going to be caught off in middle. It's actually going to be the great artillery from Rare Atom. The Chinese squad tag Moon down to 54 and Winter down to 63. However, it's a very quick reaction now over towards this A bomb site, as there's a fake towards B, as pressure towards middle. Rare Atom now have only one player here. Risk has a step on he's on an island, and he will actually get the first frag, but it's a quick trade.
Yeah, he's been fantastic. It's just like he's always good for the first opening kill. Somebody swings, and nades are out.
What?
He's found a double kill. That's everything. Now it's a 2-on-4. Summer's over in Temple. Surely this one's locked in for Rare Atom. Surely they're going to put themselves up to map point now.
I mean, Brandon, the crazy
Control
thing...
King.
Yeah, Jesus, man. How's he always doing this? The crazy thing for me is that somebody gets those two and gets out. Like, the fact that he just survives. Mental. Dex, at least, has picked up the bomb. Was on boost. And Ruby, they're playing together in the 2 versus 4. Rare Atom, they're a little bit isolated, but that AWP shot, it had to be the beginning of something. It will not be. There's just no way it can get planted. 30 seconds left. Moon gets corner timing. They peek out Donut. Donut takes contact. Temple then swings. CT then swings. And guess what? As a player A main, worst comes to worst.
Yeah, really well done from Rare Atom. Somebody was fantastic in that round. And now for Ruby. Sure, you can buy, but this doesn't feel great, does it? You need to play for overtime. Rare Atom have got 3 chances to close this game, force us to Anubis.
3 chances?
3, yeah. Maths is hard at 9 AM.
Counting over here, dude. Oh, I failed maths. No, I didn't actually fail. I just passed. That's it, though. That's game over. Ruby, they've made this so much more contestable than I ever would have imagined, but it was all a ruse. It was all fugazi. And now, with conviction, Rare Atom, they're swinging everything. They're finding everything. Winter does get one for his troubles, but Risk doubles down towards the end. And Rare Atom, they're sending us to a 3rd map, finally starting to show some sort of
produce, reaping the rewards of their time in Europe, and they're not down and out yet. They're not going into that 0-2 bracket. This could be potentially their first big win here in Europe.
Yeah, I'll be honest with that. I think that is Risk's best map in a Rare Atom jersey. I think he had so much impact, was delivering a lot against Ruby, and Ruby, they didn't really have an answer to it. It was a really good attempt from them, I guess, in the comeback, but ultimately it's Rare Atom winning it out, and now we've got Anubis to decide which one of these teams goes 0-2.
And yeah, it's going to be Anubis. It's very interesting that Ruby have done well in this veto to remove Inferno as their insta-ban, and it felt like Ancient and Dust 2 was kind of ideal for them. So now with Anubis being left over, I'm pretty sure we have seen Rare Atom play it well their time in Europe. Yeah, they played against Metasport and Sampi. They took Metasport to overtime, but lost pretty decisively to Sampi the other day when Sampi picked into it. So let's see if they can change their fortunes here. Ladies and gentlemen, do not go too far. We'll be back very soon after this break for 3rd map of the first game of the day.
Tired of boring case openings? Do you always get only cheap skins? The Hellcase website has tons of options to upgrade your inventory. It's up to you to participate in giveaways, events, or compete with other players in opening cases. Hellcase, your world of expensive skins.
Do you have any unnecessary skins or want to sell them? Try Skinplace. Visit the website, select the skins you want to use. Easily fill your Steam trade link. Make sure we offer good prices and choose a payment method. Hit the button and boom! Instant cash. Safety. Low commissions. Instant payouts. Skinplace.
What's a super stream game? It's an extension that provides a valuable and engaging game within the stream you are watching. Join an active community and test your knowledge in a live race against expert chasers by answering trivia, prediction, and recall questions tailored to the content you are watching.
Anubis is where this leaves us between Ruby and Rare Atom. Rare Atom had a great comeback on their map pick of Ancient. And now Anubis, for me, I don't know where to really put my finger on this one, because Rare Atom looks so good on Ancient, and I've got a bit of bias towards them because I've been enjoying watching them for so long that I want to say they're going to win it, but realistically, I'm not sure that they can. I think that the only time they've won this map it has been against Lin Vision. Even that was quite a close game. They haven't played it all that often, and for me, Ruby, they've got more reps, they've got more experience on it. It should be them taking it, right?
It should be them taking it, but look, that second map was so weird. 'Cause it's like Rare Atom, on the face of it, should have won like 13-4. And then you look at the scoreline, you're like, wait, there was 9-11 at one stage, and like Ruby, if they'd won that gun round, they probably would have won the series. And I'm just like, how did that happen? Wait, what? It was like 8-1 up, and then they kept on having the lead. Like, Ruby literally never had the lead in that entire map. Rare Atom, they went 7-1 up, they win the half out 8-4, they win the pistol round,
they won the
they're
pistols,
10-4 up, and then they start losing loads of rounds. And I'm like, okay, all of a sudden we're like 9-11 or whatever, but then never mind. Rare Atom, they close it out. So really well done for them to closing it out. And like Liang had a great performance, Risk had a great performance, somebody had a great performance. We kind of saw a lot of these individuals show face on Dust 2, but with no real consistency. I guess one of the big talking points could potentially be that like Dex and Kaide are doing everything they can do, especially Dex in this series right now. And then it's like, okay, I want to see more from Moon. Like, Risk, I think, showed a little bit more face than Moon in that second map, but not with an AWP. Like, I haven't seen anything from the AWPers with the actual weapon of their choice so far in this series.
Yeah, that's been the interesting point, right? It feels like Moon's been there every now and then, but hardly ever. And Risk has been pretty potent, especially on Ancient with the rifle. It feels like the match is live, so we're going to jump into it. So Anubis is going to be a very interesting place on where we land. I think, for me, I'm just looking at it. I'm going to have faith. I think they can do it. I think Rare Atom can do it. They forced us here for a reason, even though Ruby were getting all those rounds back, even though it did look a little bit shaky, and even if they did get a few rounds in the first half, we wouldn't be here in the first place. I want to back Rare Atom. And they just won the knife, so, you know, they're in control.
Yeah, I mean, does it really matter? Like, I guess would they start CT side or they start T side? Like, I don't know. It's like, Anubis is one of those maps where I'm still, people, like, it's literally personal preference, right, of where you start. But the game is live. We're going into the third map. It's the first series of the day. We've got a full day of Counter-Strike once again, Brandon. The fun never stops here at CCT. It's going to be very exciting to see who comes away with this one, because it feels like it's been anybody's game so far. We've seen two dominant maps. Both of the map picks have gone in favor of the respective pickers. And now we go on to neutral ground. We go to Anubis. Rare Atom have played it twice while in Europe. They've lost both of them. But most recently, they got demolished by Sampi.
It's going to be a B hit from Rare Atom. Rotates are here for Ruby.
Oh, there's a lot of them. Is this going to be the commitment of the bomb? Yeah, it is. Child King, where are you going with your lurk today, my friend?
I'm currently holding for the A rotate. The bomb's been punched in. There's been no kills so far. The 5-on-5 retake, the flashbang's good. Lee hanging somebody though. Oh, never mind. Everyone finds kills, and Child King will probably lock in the kill on the flank. Swalio, pissed off. They're constantly always in your back line. There's Child King. What a round.
It feels like Child King's just always in the back line. So I don't get it. He plays so incredibly late, and he plays so methodical, and it just works out.
Why are you giggling? Okay, that's why you're giggling. Amazing.
They actually posted it. Well,
for context, guys, go and check out the CCT Twitter, because they asked us all to give a little, like, quote. Give a fun and interesting fact about yourself. It's like we're back in school. Hold that thought. Never mind, don't. And a friendly typed something as a joke, and I just used it. I mean, it is true.
I just got a notification. I just looked down at my phone and it's like, oh, you've been tagged in a post. I was like, what have I been tagged in? Check Twitter and I just see this. So yeah, guys, everybody go to CCT, well, CC Tour _GG, the Champions Tour CS2 on Twitter. The CCT Talent Spotlight. It's a pretty cool. It's like the clip is pretty cool. I think like the clip is like, you know, I do like it's like a little Jackie impersonation, right? Like I throw some bars on the ground. But the fun, interesting fact is definitely. I think it might catch you off guard.
You have to explain that one on an eco. Look at this push from Swalio. They're being so loud that they're outside A. They know he's rugs. Surely you know he's rugs. Yeah, well now you do. Easy kill for Swalio. And that'll force our atom into a B play. Oh my god.
I don't even know how to respond to that as well, actually. Don't even know what I say. But Rare Atom, they're going on that B play. At least they didn't use that I dropped out of college. That was the other option. So it was pick your poison, really, for the social media manager. I don't know, the social media manager loved it. He was like, oh, it's a great one. I was like, okay. There's no point being boring, Brandon, is there? And speaking about boring, Swalio, he's been held for. And they're actually on the B bomb site. How is this working out? Rare Atom, they're at a mad advantage. Ruby knew exactly what the crack was. They knew what the story was, but it does not matter.
I can't believe they just breached B just so easily. They hang on the angle. Oh, that's sharp. Kenny can't get the follow-up, but it's still really good damage. And between all of them, Rare Atom are just making this work. Lee Hang is 7-1. Somebody's yet to die. Rare Atom are having a field day on the T side of Anubis.
Oh, it's really made my morning.
I just realised that if they've used that, the fantastic people at CCT, then they're gonna use my one as well.
What one was yours? Wait, can you send it to me? Yeah. Oh, I really hope they do use that. You know what? Like, this is no shade to other people, but it's like, hey, this is my name and this is where I'm from, or whatever. And I'm like, I saw that and I was like, that's kind of boring. I was like, you know, like, I've been around long enough where, like, people know, like, you know, it's like, be like, hi, I'm Freddy, I live in Ireland, or whatever. It's like, oh, cool. So I've been around long enough where that's kind of maybe, like, you know, I've been through those steps of, like, maybe the more, boring intros. So it's like, why don't we throw a bit of flair to it, right?
Consider flair being I nearly died. Sure. And it is true. And
It is,
I mean,
well, it's very true. I did
know-
almost die.
I'm glad you didn't. Sawalio has owned Child King. This round shouldn't be scary for Rare Atom. The operative word is shouldn't.
Ah, you never know. That last round as well. No, but like that last round was a. Shouldn't have been lost. And look, Rare Atom, they went out disadvantage while also the Reaper's there. You know, I wasn't necessarily keeping the closest of eyes to the last round, but it did feel like Ruby didn't commit the rotations as much as possible. When I imagined Ruby had the information, I thought they'd rotate a little bit over.
Good news is for them, it's completely fine. They're able to recover this round. And for Winter, he's just looking for an exit. He might get one. He should get one. Oh, somebody even turn around, but it doesn't matter. Winter's able to get the kill. Can he find a gun? Oh. Yes. That's a lot of damage. Just a really expensive round. They're not going to matter too much. They're going to have plenty of money, but the fact that they came into this with what, an MP9 or 2 and then just pistols.
Yeah, like it's more damage in this round they got on the rifles, right?
Yeah. Come on, Moon. This is what we need to see. Impact with him on the orb. That's a great nade. Thrown over at A main. Sawalio. Lee Hang now needs to back off, and I like this from Ruby. They're now starting to get aggressive over at B. They're trying to take space. They're trying to get information. Where on earth is Rare Atom?
Where is Rare Atom? The age-old question. Well, they're outside of A, and they've also bled a majority of the utility from Ruby. We've got a minute left on the clock. There's a Molotov on Moon, and he's over towards middle. And then when you look towards A, they're gonna have to stand and fight. They've got no utility, but fight they will attempt. It's though futile because Child King swings in for a double kill. Left, right, good night. And speaking of Moon towards middle, Court, Lackadaisical Summer neutralizes, and Rare Atom excel to a fifth.
I can't believe Child King's just got those 2 kills like it's nothing. Some are even dealing with Dex. This is potentially just a flawless round now for Rare Atom. How does it keep falling apart like this?
This is just like my pugs. So how have we done on B? No, how have we done on A? Guys, we had the read.
Child King has owned them. Whether he's in first, whether he's around the corner 40 seconds later, he's doing the damage. I wonder who made him King of the Children. Probably
What
could
do you
have phrased
get?
that. I probably could have phrased that better, actually.
Probably.
Thinking about it.
Probably gonna phrase that. I wonder how you get. I wonder. Yeah, I just wonder what goes through your head when you pick that name. I mean.
Well, that was a risk.
But
Tech timeout. Now called. We heard them type in the middle of all of this. Swallow CS has crashed, apparently. But I still see him on the server, so...
It's a fugazi.
What's he waffling about? Oh, he's fine now.
What's blood waffling?
This has been very dominant. Very, very dominant so far from Rare Atom. In fact, I think the closest round has been when they were on pistols and MP9s. I'm going to curse him here, because it's what I do as a caster. Somebody hasn't died yet.
Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, he's alive. Brandon, the curse has been lifted.
And let him play to the end of the round.
Let him play to the end of the round.
Look at K-Day. He's just in the window at mid.
Yeah, I was looking at that. Well, they've got a player in waters. They've actually taken deep control. And then, somebody. That could have been his time. Devil was calling. The Reaper was on his doorstep. And now, he actually might need to save this round. Alongside Risk, he said the Tech 9 in first be like, man, I don't really want to die, so maybe you go entry. And Rare Atom, look, it was against the low buy. It does get a little bit scary with that double kill. But Sawalio seems like he's gonna let somebody live another day.
He will. Risk finds 3 kills. "6-0 for Rare Atom. Dex has not found a kill. Freddy, that's a big talking point. He's not. He was so good all series long, and he's got no kills. None. Nada. Zilch.
Deary me. Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like Dex's impact frags weren't, like, you know, you got an anti-eco 4K right on Ancient. Like, I didn't feel like he had much impact actually in the gun rounds, but, like, look, on Dust 2 and on Ancient, he still had great stats. He's had a great series.
Oh.
Now he just needs to finally get something going, but, you know, he gets
Blown up by somebody in summer. Somebody still yet to die. He's got plot armor right now. He's playing with so much confidence. He's got like 100 HP, and no, it's uh-oh for Sawalio, deep in his own spawn. Going to the beach? No, going to hell.
I thought you were going to do like Nicki Minaj.
Going
No,
to
you
the
didn't.
beach.
Yeah.
Going to the grave.
Somebody. No. No. He died. Actually, just for a moment, in all seriousness, whilst Moon saves, we've got to talk about that change of pace and the acceleration there from Rare Atom, because it's just a really simple pop play, but the flashbangs were sublime to get all of them through the smokes instantaneously. Ruby couldn't handle it. Rare Atom are 7-0.
Brandon, what's going on? What happened, man?
They heard me. Oh, that's a cool smoke.
It's the Lurk A smoke. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm stealing that. Thank you very
See,
much, Raratum.
as a coach, I kind of see these things, you know. Sorry.
I mean, yeah. Oh, what?
Jesus, man.
was
Moon gets
boosted up.
decapitated. That's just not even fair. We've got boost on 2 extremities of the map for Ruby, and one already has been brought down by the sharpest of fangs. Somebody, sure, he's died, but you know, he's still feeling pretty good, isn't he?
This is interesting. They're just really faking this all out, but it's going to be the A exec. The boost has been spotted as well by somebody. Chalking knows they're locked in, and the adjustment is clean. Swalio's only got a 5-7. He needs the help. He needs the bailout from Dex, who's just found his first kill in this half. He can't get it. Somebody's dealt with him. The AWP's on the angle of wrist. This is going to be another round for Raratum.
Winter. Winter is coming, but not in the way that you'd imagine. It's dawning over Ruby's head. They're not looking very dazzling like their name really depicts. Rare Atom, they're looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, so I'm sitting on the throne of games. Round 9. Double AWP. That's your adjustment if you're Ruby. You got 2 AWPs to try and do something with. You know what hurts is that Moon, he's been having an okay game. The issue is he's top of the board, shadow spotted, shoulder spotted, Kayde's fallen. He's top of the board and he's on 5 kills. What's happened to Ruby? What's happened to Rare Atom? They're owning.
Yeah, Rare Atom have been ignited by some sort of fire. Ancient, as I said, like should have been a 13-5 type affair, but it did get very close towards the end there, with it being like a 9-11 scoreline, where if Ruby had won 1 gun round, it probably would have been a 2-0 affair. But Rare Atom, they're speed running this second map. Yeah, and Child King just doubles down in middle, and then everybody gets a frag for themselves. Moon's on the A bomb site, like, what's going on?
Child King is just hitting just wacky timings, audacious sprays. He's playing amazingly. Risk has had the best series I think I've ever seen him play. And he proves my point by finding the Moon. Maybe this is it. Maybe Rare Atom, all they need is a little bit of confidence. Take it down Ruby in a reverse sweep with, to be fair, it should have been a more dominant Ancient, but if they go into this and they like 13-0, 13-1 Ruby on Anubis, that would be wild. It's currently 9-0.
I mean, bro, 13-0 is like genuinely, like it's unironically
Possible.
like something that we should be expecting now, because it's only 4 rounds away. Like it's not even that far, and you've got Ruby just buying in. They've almost just given up at this stage, and nobody on Rare Atom is missing. Like every single Summer's there in the back lines, like, woo, go guys, you got it, guys, go do it. And even Child King, he's at the bottom of the scoreboard as well, but he's still hitting those crispy shots, and who cares that Dex finally trades him? It's really just for nothing. And Rare Atom, this could be 10-0. What is going on, man?
I don't know, but I'm enjoying it. I'm just here for the ride. Oh my god, you hit that flick. This was just a really simple one. Rare Atom just playing a passive default for your analysis, and Ruby's just pushed both over at A, both over at B. And even mid, actually. They pushed everywhere. Not as a unit, just all at once. And it was being held by Rare Atom at 3 instances. Oh no. I feel for Ruby. But they need to, I don't know, just get ahead in the game. This is 10-0. Has there been any timeouts for Ruby?
Man, I think Ruby have just lost the plot. There's been no timeouts. They're force buying just into every single round. It's just kind of done and dusted, isn't it?
I mean, no, there's your round history. What surprise, they're all on rare atoms.
Huh. They lost 13-5 yesterday 2 years ago against Sampi, and I watched that game. And right now, they're playing like this, and it's like, okay, man, what's going on? It's one way to go 1-1 in the bracket. Ruby, as I mentioned,
Oh, this is a fun boost.
at the very
This is a
beginning.
good angle.
Yeah, but there's no one gonna really show. I was gonna say they might not get anything because of it, but the boost is good, but it doesn't get the angle they maybe would have wanted. Never mind, risk fools. Somebody has trade onto one. They know about Kaide. He's backing away, but somebody's beating the smoke. Maybe a little bit too over aggressive. Okay, you are up 10-0, but I honestly, like, I know it sounds crazy, but I've seen this more than once, where a team thinks they've won already and plays like that kind of start coming out, and like they do end up losing because of it. But it is obviously 10-1 now. It's not a 13-0. Like, I think.
I hear what you're saying. Don't get
Yeah.
complacent. Don't get complacent.
I think we should be
Job's
fine,
not
though.
done. Yeah, job's not done until it's done. Even there, you've got the overextension there from somebody, as you're saying. You've also got the self-flash from Rare Atom at B that fully blinds 2 of their players as they run in and execute onto the site. So it's these little mistakes creeping in. You can't be too hard on them, because as you said, they are winning 10-1. But you just make sure that you are getting the victory. Look at this play in mid. No one is in middle for Ruby. Everyone is in middle for Rare Atom.
This is a very nice early default. Moon, he's going to get smoked off. Is he going to try swing with a flash? Yes. Not even try. He's going to succeed. That's a double. That's the first time we've seen any, like, real success for Ruby in these early defaults through just individual brilliance. Now, Rare Atom slowing it down.
Oh, Child King's going to go
Child King,
CT
yeah.
spawn to A. And that means that this is going to be really slow, because Risk isn't going to move out of camera, but he's being flanked by Dex.
But because he's
holding
not
for
moving,
it.
he's holding. Oh no! He looks away at the most unopportunistic time, and Child King, he's gonna have to pull out something crazy here. They even anticipate him. He takes a bit of damage, so it's not the clean kill he maybe would have wanted. Sualio charges him down, and now it's somebody in a completely remote part of the map. Ruby, they do get 2 together at the end of the half, but like Brandon, I don't think. Surely not.
You never know. Somebody's been heard, he's been loud, and Winter one-taps him out the round. Good response from Ruby right at the very end to give them something to work with. But you're right, this is going to be very difficult to get back into. It all starts with the pistol, though, and that's coming up right now. No breaks. No stop in the momentum. This is going to be one step at a time territory for Ruby.
Okay, Ruby, they're not on 10, they're on 2. What a far cry from where they started on this series. And Child King, he gets 1, to be fair to him. But Winter, he does even better for a double. Now, charging onto the A bomb site. Poising takes Summer's life. He's playing this nice close angle, and wow.
Right.
Leaping through the air, Moon decapitates him.
Not really fair, is it, Moon?
Where was this for the first 10 rounds of the game?
I don't know, but it's clean now. And for Ruby, that's all they'll care about. Moon will lock it in. It says Rarata won the round. They didn't. That was Moon and Ruby. And that was their third. Let's get the Seeker out of the way then and get to the gun round, shall we? That's the most interesting.
Yeah, this is the nothingness round, pretty much, right?
This is the hit and hope in mid and see if you can get any guns, but the answer normally is no. That one molly and smoke combo has pulled them all into A, and the bomb's going B.
Yeah, they've been sold a dream, and now coming on connector should be a farm up for Kaide and anyone else, but just gotta make sure we don't lose too many players here.
They'll be fine. Somebody could get Winter. And someone's also dealt with Dex. So there is damage that can be done here. Winter really needs to be careful. Somebody actually doesn't convert that kill. Now if you're Summer, your now new mission is to hold on to this Galil. Not sure if we allowed this luxury because he is being wrapped on. And dealt with by Moon.
Okay, now we get into the meat and potatoes of the second half. It's 4 in a row for the Ruby side. Still, the sides are wrong. So don't worry. It's not a rare atom on 4. They're still on 10. They got 10 in a row actually at the beginning. Now it's going to be interesting to see if Rare Atom can fall back on their laurels and basically just do what they did before.
If you're Rare Atom, all you need to do is just not get too aggressive. Just don't let Ruby punish you. Just don't let that happen, and you'll be okay. Because it was ancient, that was the way they were getting back in Ruby. And Rare Atom, they've done the hard bit.
We've not got an AWP on Risk, but Risk was so good at finding entries on that CT side. Look at Child King.
Oh my god. Okay, Child King catches off one, but he's very isolated, so he actually then gets traded, and now they get the opener towards A. Round's over.
Yeah, that's the aggression I was talking about maybe not doing. Someone just needs to get out of there. Somebody just not aware that there could be a player already at Pillar. Will be traded out. Lee Hang.
What?
Hang on. Could this be happening? I don't think so anymore. Risk versus 2. He'll give it a little bit of a look in. There's no smokes to cover any crosses or anything of the like. So, yeah, he can find Moon. With him crossing to B main, not sure how aware Risk could be of Dex, but he clears him. But Dex makes sure that Ruby stays on the fight. 10-5, but that was expensive.
I just don't know how we're still in this, to be honest. I kind of thought it was game over. Like, I thought this was over. I thought this was done and dusted. But Rare Atom have lost now 5 rounds in a row. And also the first gun round. And this is... I don't know.
You don't get scared until it's like 10-10. And you go, okay. Well, now it's scary. Great molly. This one should just be a tap in for Ruby. This next gun round we'll see.
Should be a tap in.
This next gun round should see Risk on an AWP as well. Risk has just found a deagle kill.
Brandon, it should be a tap in.
It will be, it will be.
Somebody's been able to get out of dodge, but no. Unless Liang gets a double with like 10 HP, no. Okay, well, it's not Ratum that won a round. It's still the HUD is wrong. It's still Ruby who have got 6 rounds in a row. Rare Atom, after getting 10 in a row, now have lost 6 in a row. Brandon, this first gun round, if Rare Atom don't get that act together fast, I'm starting to get a little bit scared.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. I don't blame you whatsoever. Here's highlights of Rare Atom just dominating in the first half. And now we're seeing very much the same. We know Anubis is a T-sided map, but to have this much of a landslide victory for both of these teams is a little bit unprecedented.
I'm just so confused what's going on. This round here as well actually could have been the end of it. If Moon hadn't hit that headshot, and if we'd actually seen a, if Liang had actually got 2 in that position, then it would have been plausible. But Rare Atom, they are... I don't know, man.
We're in cinema mode right now.
Yeah, wait, is this the round live? I'm quite confused what's going on.
The round is live. Yeah.
Okay, so the round's live. It's
Sorry,
a 4 versus 4.
It's
It's now
documentary mode.
There's 2 players on. I think there's 2 players on B. I'd say for Rare Atom right now. I think there's 1 dark. Yeah, there's 1 dark and there's 1 left side. However, Ruby then killed both of them. Rotations coming from A, and rotations coming quick from Temple. It's a 2 versus 4. Risk has the AWP out. They're gonna have to go and save. And Rare Atom once again falter. Risk misses his shot on the exit, and there's a world now that Ruby come and hunts him. That's 7 in a row for Ruby. Now it's a 3-round game.
Okay, now you start to get scared. AWP save is so important. Risk needs to hold on to it. He needs to not live up to his namesake. He just needs to chill. Go round out of Ruby. And no winter finds summer, it will be Risk that lives, which means he does keep the AWP. And they're gonna partially invest around this. MP9s, Mag 7 with the AWP, and Ruby could potentially just accelerate. There's the AWP finding the kill, but it's an immediate trade at K8. Very aggressive again, out of Rare Atom, and it's not netting them anything positive. That was a fight out B.
This is the conversation I was having when we were at, like, I've had this conversation like quite a few times where it's like, okay, look, you have Rare Atom, their crazy style of Counter-Strike maybe works, but then these are the rounds where it doesn't work. With that in mind though, I don't think I've ever seen a Liang AWP kill, but he's making it work. He's still wielding that weapon. And now it looks like Sawalio is going to be taking contact towards A. Right now, the best thing that Ruby can do is let Sawalio play. I'm not a huge fan of individuals being like the instruments these time around, but he gets a perfect timing. And now there's also that crunch towards the B-bomb site. Liang, last alive. Everybody's faltered. Everybody's fallen. And Sawalio, the individualistic play, it goes huge. And Rare Atom, they've lost now 8 rounds in a row. They won 10 in a row. It's 2 rounds between them. And Ruby, they are looking excellent.
This does not feel good. If you're a fan of Rare Atom. Oh, what a shot from Moon. That's Risk falling. And where it was getting so many entries on Ancient, it's not been the same here on Anubis. This is wild, how quickly this has spiraled out of control.
This is just kind of crazy. I'm so surprised with what we've seen. There's going to be this aggression towards A from both parties. The lurk smoke will actually counteract that deep smoke. So Ruby take the space, and now they're going to be splitting towards A from middle. Yorp is here. Child King wielding it. Once again, Risk has died early on, so another member of the Rare Atom party has been put in charge, put into trust. He's playing a little bit further back, holding A main. First contact, Summer falls. Now Child King has a lot on his shoulders, especially because the rotations have also died. Dex was like 0 and 7 or something like that. He's really stepped up, and he's even going to get a second in the round. They know about somebody. He is charging to his death. And Ruby, they were 0 and 7, like score lines. Rare Atom were all like 11 and 1.
Yeah. Yeah, they were. Remember when somebody was like 14 and 1? He was immortal for a very long time in this game.
10-0.
It's gonna be 10-9. Can somebody hold on to his orb? That's a nice shot. Feels like he can. This is not getting dicey. And now this is 7-0 for Ruby, if you include the T side only.
This is just like, I just don't even know what's going on. I just died in a row. I guess this is a T-sided map. I mean, I guess the 10-2 half was enough. They've literally, it was 10-0, and now it's about to be 10-0 the other way.
I can't
Brandon,
believe it.
what's going on?
I don't
Rare
know.
Atom, I literally said when it was like, so when it was 10-0 and they lost round 11, it was a very careless round, and I said like just you know, playing devil's advocate, like, oh look lads, like, you know, you haven't won it yet, like don't play too overconfident. Well, now we're 1 round away from being evened up, so
That's why casters say these things sometimes, because you never know what's going to happen. And also, we know sort of the tendencies of this Rare Atom CT side. It's easily punishable. However, easily punishable 10 rounds over is not part of the script. Summer and Child King now start to walk A main. You just can't lose the faith. Here, if you're Rare Atom, look at Risk. He's taken one. He's pushed all of B, which means the rotates can come over towards mid and A. And they're pushing again, Freddy. They're pushing A again.
what happened last time when this happened? This great flashbang, great connection, great everything. Ruby, they are playing fantastic Counter-Strike, and somebody Did he have an AWP?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't have thought so because Ruby, they go flawless. And what's kind of crazy is that it feels like every single player is lending a helping hand. Very similar to what Rare Atom were doing when they had their 10-0 start. Like, everybody on Ruby is being consistent. Statistically, they look quite poor because they were 10-0 down. They were all like 1-7, and now it's really flipped. The roles have been reversed. It's 10-10. Both teams have won 10 rounds in a row. This is still the first series of the day, Brandon.
I can't believe it. Oh, and Moon is now just having a field day. Somebody's on the AWP again. And he will trade out. It's double AWPs for Rare Atom. And somebody's now pushing. Oh, and he's missed the shot. Oh, but he's recovered. It doesn't matter. He's somehow still doing it. That nade nearly finished him off, but it didn't quite manage to from Dex.
A second later, it would have.
Yeah, right idea. He would have killed him.
Yeah, good. Just like, you know, it's chip damage, right? Like, it's unfortunate. It's not a fatal blow, but of course, this is the round Ruby might lose. They win 10 in a row, like, quite flawlessly as well, isn't it, Brandon? And then, of course, this is going to be the one round they lose, where they even it up, and then Rare Atom finally... Imagine if Rare Atom win out this game now. That would be just...
ridiculous.
Crazy. But the one benefit
it's
this
not
round...
over yet.
Yeah, I was going to say, the one benefit to this round is the fact that there isn't this stack on B. There is aggression on A, so it's going to be a very fast rotation. In the meantime, though, everybody on B has died. It's a 2 versus 2. Why is Sawalio going for the aggression? The Molotov didn't displace him that much. He drops the bomb because of it. And Kaide, 1 versus 2, trying to one-tap the AWP. He's getting tantalizingly close. He knows where Risk is. I'm surprised none of those have landed. It feels like he's been very close. And the dink will land, but it's a wall bang, and Risk will deliver the AWP shot to the body. Rare Atom, they lose 10 in a row. It gets evened up after winning 10 in a row, and now they take back the lead. Because
I can't believe this. I actually can't believe this. What a crazy round of CS. They still got the double AWPs in play. Got Winter wanting to fight. This time it's Lee Hang. It's the rifle that's in dark rather than the sniper. Risk dodges spam, being thrown out by Sawalio. He doesn't fire off an AWP shot back. And meanwhile in middle, there's no one home apart from Child King. And he's not even there. And somebody just solo pushed out with an AWP on B main. This is crazy.
I'm very confused. Risk though. Oh, that's the first time I feel like I've seen him hit an impact AWP shot in a while. Kind of the last round, obviously, as well. Good smoke on camera. Blocks Kaide. And now, a bomb site has been capitulated, though. Risk still remaining in heaven. Needs to be a bit careful, because he could get overrun here. Rotations are very slow. But Ruby, they're not going to force the issue. They're going to play this 4 versus 4 post plan. There is a flank coming in, though. Against Liang from a main, and Risk fully blind, doubles down. Summer equally kind of flashed. His vision impaired, but his aim most certainly isn't. And now here comes that protruding lurk. And Rare Atom, they double down. They hit map and series point. After winning 10 rounds in a row, they lose 10 rounds in a row. And now they're 12-10.
Sure, of course, that's how it just works, right? Really well played from Rare Atom in that retake. Risk is hitting the timing shots on the AWP. He can also afford to make these timing shots because he's got Summer or somebody. I forget which one it was. I think it was Summer in close proximity. Yeah, there he is. Massive impact. And again, a late lurk proves wonders for Rare Atom. It could be happening, Freddy. But I don't think it is. More kills fall in favour towards Ruby, unless Summer pops off. He knows Winter's here.
Oh my god.
He's made it a 2-on-2. Risk is reset to A. This is terrifying. Summer needs help. Summer needs something.
What's Risk doing?
Help him.
Risk, come on, move. They know where Summer is, and Summer's still getting frags. So Walio's in a 1 versus 2. The bomb doesn't commit through the smoke, and finally Risk comes in. But Summer's like, well, cheers, lad. I've done everything already. Doubling up on the B-bomb site. Smoke still on the right side of sight, and they're playing together. Risk will take the first contact. So Walio has no utility to flush out Summer. Risk not pulling the shot just yet. Holding, biding his time. He's going to have to hit the flick shot that he does. Rare Atom keeping me on my toes, just like those horses were. And they take away the series. They win 10 in a row. They then lose 10 in a row. And then as soon as it gets even, they pick up the pieces and end off this series, going now 1-1 in the main Swiss series, CCT Series 5.
That is absolutely wild, Rare Atom. Fair play to you, but you also give credit to Ruby for winning 10 rounds in a row and making it even. But Rare Atom, they win a best of 3 in Europe. Congrats to them, and hopefully this teaches them a lot about playing passive when you're up 10-0 and making sure that you can close out the game rather than making it really scary, making them sweat. But that puts them 1-1. It gives them another lifeline further down the line in that Swiss stage. And it means that Ruby are now 0-2 in the standings, which doesn't feel great at all for them.
Yeah, Ruby, they've made back-to-back playoffs. And, you know, they took a map off Furia. They made it through to the quarters, losing the 9 Pandas. Like, they've had good results recently, right? Losing to Rare Atom there is a massive blunder. Rare Atom, this is their second time they've won in Europe. They beat Nom, but it was a very similar game where, like, yeah, it was a very, very similar game where I wasn't convinced whatsoever, and I'm not coming out of this game impressive really either side, to be honest. And I think that's a sentiment that you probably could share as well, removing the bias of the Rare Atom.
Yeah, that was... yeah. That's an interesting game to watch, to be honest. A fun series, though, nevertheless. We've got more Counter-Strike coming your way, and we need to actually get on with it because of that third map taking so long. After this break, we've got Illuminat taking on Aurora Youngblood. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned, and we'll see you just in about 10.
You look into your inventory and there's only... It's time to forget about this garbage. Here you will find everything to play with really cool skins. Open top cases. Upgrade dropped skins and turn your junk into a cool gun using the contract system. Every day, thousands of people upgrade their inventory with us. Hellcase.com. Look at yourself in a new way.